the Brooklyn Nets NBA Finals chances. Here's a hint. I'm not.
As you know, you and Michael Jordan both have 6 championships. What do you think of Michael and the possibility of having one more championship than he has?
Well, Michael's one of my sports idols, so I think he's pretty incredible. And I think for me, it's about being a part of a lot of great teams. And hopefully we can finish this season strong and, win a Super Bowl. That's why we're here. That's why we're playing, and make for a really magical season for us.
See, right there is what makes Tom Brady special. The good looks, the resume, the achievement, sure, but the humility is what stands out, particularly when it's the absolute truth. Tom Brady is sensational. We all know this. He's a 6-time Super Bowl champion. He's a 4-time Super Bowl MVP. He's a 3-time league MVP. We get that. But just for those out there who don't know any better, who's wet behind the ears, breath smelling like Similac, they don't know any better, let me educate you about the resume of one Michael Jeffrey Jordan. 6-time NBA champion, 6-time NBA Finals MVP. Oh, by the way, 10 times he was all NBA first team. 9 times he was all NBA first team defensive player, okay? A scoring champion, a league MVP 5 times, okay? This dude was on another level. He's Michael Jeffrey Jordan. If ever there was a time to express humility and disseminate it to the masses and do so in a way that is emphatic enough to make sure everybody knows it is blasphemous to even mention yourself in the same breath as Michael Jeffrey Jordan, you do it the way Tom Brady did it. You do it knowing you're a champion. You do it knowing you're a 4-time Super Bowl MVP, even though you won 6 Super Bowl championships. Twice that was, you didn't win the Super Bowl MVP. There are levels to this. Tom Brady's an ultimate champion. We get that. But what makes you a true champion is when a humility is accompanied with that. You saw it right there. Way to go, Tom Brady. Way to go.
The Lions were trying to work with Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford wanted to go to the Los Angeles Rams. That became his #1 destination. And he voiced that to the Detroit Lions throughout the day on Saturday, letting it be known that he wanted to wind up in LA with Sean McVay.
Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff are the names headlining the blockbuster Rams-Lions trade from this past weekend. But it's Sean McVay who now has all the pressure on him. Sean McVay, Matthew Stafford's new head coach, was in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, in case y'all forgot. He didn't win the Super Bowl, you may remember that too. And he admitted he got out-coached by the great Bill Belichick in the game. But Sean McVay, the boy wonder, got to the Super Bowl 2 years ago. And now the pressure is on him to get back. Big time. The clock is ticking. You can't trade away every first-round pick through 2023 and not have something to show for it. You can't mortgage the future of your franchise on a 33-year-old quarterback and not have expectations. You can't have Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey and the rest of that defense and not win in a very, very big way. Can't do it. Now, I love Sean McVay. Talented coach. We all know that. 43-21 record with the Rams. That's 67% of his games he wins. But boy wonder, you need to have some hardware to keep that name. The Rams had the 22nd highest scoring offense in the NFL this past season, tied with Mitch Trubisky and the Chicago Bears. I know Sean McVay got the Super Bowl just 2 years ago. Got there. I understand that. But Doug Peterson got to the Super Bowl 3 years ago. Won the Super Bowl. And he was just fired. Now he's sitting at home. The NFL's about winning now, y'all. It's time for the boy wonder to bring the wonder.
Get reporter Caleb Byrne.
Hi, Mr. Brady. Thank you so much and congrats.
Thank you, Caleb. Appreciate it. How old are you?
I'm 12 years old, sir.
Way to go, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. So 2020 has been a absolutely insane year. The reason I am not at the Super Bowl actually on Sunday, but have you been able to find anything good in this crazy 2020 year?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think there's a lot of good to take from, tough circumstances, tough situations. And I think last year for me was obviously spent a lot more time at home with my family and less travel, and probably understood more of what the most important things in my life were. And I got to really focus on what my job was, my career, got to really focus on my kids, my family. And those are two of the most important things in my life. So it's a good question. I think there's always, anytime there's tough circumstances, it's great opportunities to grow. And I think if I look at my life and all the things that have been the most challenging things in my life, that's where the areas where I grew the most and I learned the most. So I'm grateful for those moments. I know we don't always want to go through them, but at the same time, when you do go through them and you come out the other side, you could be a much better person, much more aware of the blessings that you have in your life, and then try to, as you move forward in your life, understand that, we're always going to be here to learn and grow and, be better each and every day.
We'll go to Jenna Lane. Jenna? All right, we'll go over to Tom Rock.
Jenna's on a different Zoom.
Tom, I have two questions, if I could. The first one is, as what signs are you looking for to tell you that it's time to walk away? And do you think that the pull of family will be stronger than any diminished abilities in this game? And the second question is to follow up on Sal's point a little earlier. Have you heard from Bill this week?
So when to walk away? That's a good question. I think I'll know when it's time. So I don't know when that time will come, but I think I'll know, and I'll understand that I gave everything I could to get to this game. So, you put a lot into it. I don't think I can ever go at this game half-ass. I got to put everything into it. So when I put it all out there, I feel like I can't do that anymore. I don't feel like I can commit to the team in the way that the team needs me. Then I think that's probably time to walk away.
All right, we're going to go over to Karen Garesian.
Hey, Tom.
Hi, Karen. How you doing?
I'm well. Good to see you. I
Nice
know
to see you.
you can't see me, but
No, it's up. This crazy media day. I'm sitting here in an empty room. This is very different than the other 9 experiences.
yeah. I'm wondering, that first Super Bowl, you guys clearly weren't favored in that game, and I can't recall a Super Bowl since that you've been an underdog. I'm wondering if you like that role or you like going in as the favored team.
It doesn't matter what other people think about, our chances or their chances, or I think there's a lot of those things that I leave those up to other people, and who's ever putting those lines down. I just think about what I got to do and how I got to get ready to play. So I know that's important for a lot of other people, who's favored, who's not. And, I think for me, I realize if you don't play great, you're not going to win. If you play great, you got a great chance. So, at the end of the day, it's not about what other people think. It's about what we think, how we prepare, and how we play. So no, there's really no use for me thinking about those other things.
Go to Nancy Armour.
Hey, Tom. I've got two questions for you. First is, when you look at Patrick Mahomes, he's only 25, second Super Bowl. He's bought into the Royals. What kind of an impact do you think he can have both in and outside the NFL throughout his career? And then the second question is, last week, Shannon Sharpe said that you probably would have gotten more criticism for your support of Donald Trump during the 2016 presidential election if you had been a Black athlete. And I'm just wondering your response to that.
Which question would you like answered first?
That is up to you.
So is the first one which was the first one?
What kind of influence do you think Mahomes can have both in and outside the NFL, given everything he's already done at 25?
Yeah, he's done an incredible job. And, I really admire Patrick for the kind of player he is. He has great command of his team. I know his teammates love playing with him. He's got great charisma. And I think when I see Patrick, I see someone who, again, was, none of these moments are too big for him. And the times that I've had a chance to talk to him off the field, certainly enjoyed it. And he's a great player. I know it's still early in his career, but, what he accomplishes ultimately is going to be up to him. He's got great opportunities, got a great skill set. Like all of us as young players, you want to be surrounded by people that help you grow, that help you become, better as a player, off the field, people that you surround yourself with that help you better as a person. And, all those things are going to be up for him to decide, what choices he's going to make. So I really admire him. I think he's a tremendous player, great leader, big time performer, always seems to play the best when his team needs it the most. And just incredibly impressed by him. And then the second one?
Yeah, the second was Shannon Sharp said last week that he thinks that you probably would have gotten more criticism. For your having the hat in the locker in 2015 for Trump, had you been a black athlete, or basically that black athletes aren't given as much room to weigh in on political topics and topics that could be controversial. And I'm just wondering what your thoughts are in response to that.
I'm not sure how to respond to hypothetical questions like that. I hope everyone can. We're in this position like I am to, again, try to be the best I could be every day as an athlete, as a player, as a person in my community, for my team and so forth. So, yeah, I'm not sure what else. All right.
We'll go over to James Palmer.
Thank you.
Tom, there was a lot of talk in a negative fashion about you and Bruce being different and your look at offenses maybe being different. But what did you learn and grow with from an offensive mindset about the way Bruce looks at offensive football? I'm kind of curious what you really liked about the way he did it and what you maybe didn't know beforehand and know now.
Well, I think anytime you meet someone who has a different, BA's coached for a long time, and I think I was in one place for a certain period of time. He had a coaching career. And then when you can bring, kind of two versions together, I can look at a lot of those things and learn a lot of those things. And I think I, definitely did that. And, try to understand how he sees the game, how Byron sees the game, because Byron has his own approach. And I work really closely with Byron. Then I have a lot of other quarterbacks on the team like Blaine and Ryan that have been a part of some different systems. So it's been fun over the course of the year to learn, about different things, about different ways to handle, different situations and kind of how I would have handled things in the past or how we handle things now. But ultimately, it's about not always being in agreement, but being in alignment, ultimately when, you take the field and the approach. So, you have to be 100% on the same page on game day, which we have been. And how we get to that point is great conversation, great learning for me, and ultimately just going out there. And again, when game day comes, you got to put, it's more reactive than anything else, and just try to go out there and perform well. And based on whatever's called, try to go out and execute as best I possibly can.
We're going to go to Play 60 Kid, Amaya Brandon.